How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, where today I finally caved in and decided to work on my garden because, quite frankly, I'm broke and I need money. And I know it's not going to be instant money, but it is a good investment in the long run if I can get it up and going. So, based on my extensive Google research, the 4 best crops to farm is melon, wheat, pumpkin, and then netherwort. And eventually I would like to have all 4 of those crops, but for now I have bought this entire strip of plots right here, and currently I have melons and pumpkins planted on these too. And eventually we'll make an entire like 5 plot mega farm for different things, but that's a little bit of ways. We got some stuff we need to do between now and then. Now, I did end up throwing together some basic farming armor with the farm armor, I guess the farm armor set, and a melon dicer. I've been just farming melons for now because it's just what I have available to me at the moment, and I just picked the melon dicer over the melon, or the pumpkin slicer, whatever it's called. And I've also been rocking the rabbit pet, which should help my leveling for farming. It doesn't help with like extra crops, but it helps me with my leveling. So that'll get my farming skill up pretty fast, which will allow me to use melon armor. And then if I get melon armor, that'll really max out our farming potential. So we got a pretty good thing going here. We just need to, kind of need to just capitalize off of what we got going now. Now, what I want to do currently is put this pre-generated melon farm to the test and see how many coins we can get from it if we farm for an hour, just by running on top of these walls right here and using the rogue sword for the speed boost. And afterwards, I'll sell everything to the bazaar or the NPC. I'm not sure which one's worth more money. I'm just going to do it the way I know how to do it, which is through the bazaar. And I know for a fact that the melon dicer can give you a slightly different result depending on what like RNGless roll you get. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's pretty standard. It's pretty average. So we're just going to do a singular 1 hour run on this farm and see how much we can make off of it. So let's go ahead and just cue the time lapse. So after an hour of farming, I managed to get 26 enchanted melon blocks and a little bit of extra melons, but the 26 enchanted melon blocks turns into about 1.3 million coins based off the mod I have. And my setup, it's nowhere near being perfect. It's actually nowhere near being good in any way, shape, or form. There's a ton of things I could do to upgrade my setup, like I could get a legendary elephant pet, fermento armor, but I'm too broke for any of that currently. Plus, I need to get the farming 25 anyways to be able to use melon armor, which is the beginning tier of the fermento armor, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'll probably end up doing is changing the pumpkin plot over here to wheat, because I believe wheat gives more XP than anything else currently, and it's just I want to get my wheat collection up as well, so it's just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that until I get the farming 25, and then I'll end up changing the pumpkin plot to, or the wheat plot to mushrooms. And then go from there, because apparently mushroom farming is a really great way to get from 20 to 30. I did a little bit of research on this. I don't like doing too much research, but and then after that, it's a good start, but we definitely need to get something going to get our farming empire up, and I think that's the best way to do it so far. So we'll go from pumpkins to wheat and then wheat to mushrooms, get that skill up to 30, and then we'll go from there. I got a ton of work cut out for me in terms of clearing these 5 plots down to the bedrock level and building up some farms, so I was recommended to check out Melon King's Island and check out their designs, since they're all considered the quote-unquote best farms. I'm assuming they are the best farms, but I take everything with a grain of salt whenever I see it on forums and stuff. So I want to go ahead and see what the Melon King D's island looks like and try to take some inspiration from their farms and stuff, because I heard they're pretty good. So yeah, so over here in their island, it shows you the different profits for wheat, potatoes, carrots, like basically all the farms in this game. It shows you the maximum XP per hour and stuff. They really out of their way to show you this different stuff. It even shows you different angles and speeds. Now, I'm not trying to hyper max anything, so the angles and speeds and stuff, they're not. Oh, Melon King's actually on right now. Interesting. They're not too important to me for the angles and stuff, but if we head this way past the legendary statue, you can see all these farms over here. They are very min-maxed from what I can see. I've seen a lot of farms. If I can get to the other end so I can show you the sides. I've seen a lot of people use different designs and stuff. Most of the tutorials I've seen on YouTube, just from thumbnails, all have these same designs. So I feel like there's one good design, and these are pretty much the min-maxed. But for the wheat design is pretty simple from what I see. You just got 5 layers of wheat, and they're 5 across as well, taking up 5 layers of plots all the way across. That's a pretty good design, and I think I'm just going to copy that one block per block, because like I just stated, I'm pretty sure the best farm ideas are used pretty standard across everybody because there's like one like super efficient farm. So instead of just making my own like I originally planned, I think I'm just going to take this one, add my own like flair to it in some way, shape, or form, and just pop it down on my island. That is a project for me on my own time, though. I'm not going to bore y'all with that on this video. Now, before we leave this island, I do want to note one thing. This person has a really interesting monument for contraband. 1 melon for every 1 million coins of contraband, and there's currently 9 billion coins of contraband. So that's interesting. And I'm assuming right here is all the different names for all the different contrabands, which might be something I do in the future whenever I'm like done with the playthrough, but definitely not something I plan on doing for now because I want to keep it pretty vanilla. I want to keep it where I do everything myself. What is that? What is he doing? I'm assuming that's like an anti-AFK thing, but looking at this is a garden. It's not even someone's island, but looking at the garden, it just basically tells me that I need to decorate my island a little bit. Because if we go ahead and go back to my island is pretty bare. And I've definitely been doing a bunch of stuff off camera in terms of collections and stuff. If I go to collections, like I recently just got Combat 20, so I can get the sided reforge for my magical powers. So I'm learning things here and there, but I definitely need to level up some of this other stuff like alchemy, carpentry, rune crafting. I've been messing around with dungeons a little bit. Got the cat at 18 so I can use my my wise armor. I even 2-starred my chestplate and leggings and boots, but I ended up dungeonizing these without being cat at 18, so I kind of screwed myself there. So I got a bunch of people from my Discord to get the cat at 18, which if you're not already a part of the Discord, I recommend you join. I do play with a bunch of people in the Discord, so if you ever wanted to play with me in dungeons or anything like that, that's the way to do it. Other than that, I've been trying to keep the boring stuff off camera and the most interesting like story-based stuff that I've been trying to put together on camera, so don't hate me too much. But let's head back to the hub because we need to go ahead and sell these melons that we got for a little bit of a profit. And the price for the melons hasn't changed too much over time, so I'm not going to be losing too much if I sell them now. So I'm just going to create a sell offer, -1 the best, and sell them there. People are probably going to scream at me for doing that. There's probably a better way I could have done that, but there was a better way to do that. NPC price is pretty much the same that you get it at the bazaar. I would have gained a little bit if I just sold them to an NPC. And I'm assuming the farm merchant is who I would sell them to. So yeah, if I look at it here, just selling these to the NPC, I would gain more than I would to the bazaar. So I'm just going to sell these to the NPC. Because the bazaar changes and fluctuates in price. The NPC prices are pretty steady, I believe. I don't think they ever change unless there's an update or a patch pushed for that. But let's go ahead and deposit the coins into the bank. Honestly, I like farming in this game. Farming and foraging are my 2 favorite professions currently, and people are going to call me insane for foraging. But if we just take a look at the collections, just toggle that. I've acquired almost 130,000 oak wood, and most of that was gathered because I was bored, and I was just farming oak wood while watching YouTube. It's fun. What am I supposed to say? Just over here, you know, just mining wood. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Farming and foraging are my 2 favorite skills to level right now. Call me crazy if you must. Other than that, I am going to be doing Skyblock episodes a little bit differently. Instead of having 30-minute, 20-minute episodes with a bunch of content that's cut out, I'm going to cut it down into smaller segments. So that will end it for today's video. This was just a head start of what we're going to be doing on the garden. If you did enjoy watching this, let me know what you thought about this video, since I really do value your feedback. And as always, make sure if you did enjoy the video to like, comment, and subscribe, because it does help out the channel and me more than you may know. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.